Art is the only serious thing in the world. An artist is a person who is never serious. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk with Aarohi. Today's topic is art, and I'm going to interview someone who has been drawing since childhood. So let's welcome Mr. Rajarshi Smart. Hi sir, hope everything is well. I'm really glad to have you here, and so are all my artist friends. I'm really excited to know about your arts and profession. So shall we start?
Yeah, sure.
So, what type of arts did you explore? And out of your explored arts, which one is your favorite one?
Yeah, okay. So basically, I have done my bachelor's and master's from MS University Vadodara. In bachelor's, I have done my painting, and in master's, I have done printmaking. So in bachelor's, I was working on auto rickshaw. Auto rickshaw was one of my metaphor of my painting, basically. So whatever we see around, that was the subject. Like through auto rickshaw, I used to paint, and my major subject was auto rickshaw. And after that, in printmaking, I have explored lot of many techniques like woodcut, etching, uh, drawing, then serigraphy. All this different kind of printmaking technique I have explored in my master's MSU Vadodara.
And which one is your favorite one out of all?
Right now, my favorite, there are many favorite ones. Like I can talk about many artists who are my favorite, but one of the artists is David Hockney and Egon Schill are one of my very favorite artists because the way they drawing, the way they use paint, all these things are very important in painting. So that's why I really like these two artists, David Hockney
No,
and.
no, I was asking what is your favorite type of art that you explore?
Okay, my art. So basically, I my favorite is right now it is Reflection series which I am working on. So in the Reflection series, actually I went to London in 2016, I think, March 2016. So I have seen lots of big glasses there, and I have seen lots of reflections there. तो वो जो रिफ्लेक्शन मैंने देखे वहाँ पे, वो रिफ्लेक्शन में मैंने देखा कि देर आर सो मेनी स्टोरीज गोइंग ऑन टुगेदर, कि जिसमें हमारा रिफ्लेक्शन तो दिखता ही है, बट अंदर भी क्या चल रहा है, वो ग्लास के पीछे क्या चल रहा है, देर इज स्टोरी देयर ऑल्सो, देर इज अ स्टोरी अराउंड अस ऑल्सो. सो देर आर टू मैनी स्टोरीज गोइंग ऑन टुगेदर, इतनी सारी स्टोरीज एक साथ चल रही है, एंड दे आर ऑल आई एम सीइंग इट ऑन वन plane. So it is merging on the one plane. So again, it is giving you another story. So that clicked me, and through that I am right now exploring this reflection series into my work. So right now my medium of this work is cyanotype, which I am exploring. Cyanotype is one of the printmaking technique where all the prints I am doing on fabric, which is major part. અને वो जो माजर पार्ट है उसके ऊपर सब प्रिंट ग्रेजुअली धीरे धीरे डेवलप होती है, और उसका जो कलर आता है दैट इज सियान कलर. तो इसलिए उसे साइनोटाइप कहते हैं, बिकॉज इट कम्स विथ अ सियान कलर. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी कॉल इट साइनोटाइप.
So you like drawing जो like you know आजू बाजू की जो चीज़ होती है so connected to that you
Yeah, yeah. So I always connect around us, whatever is around us. कि हमारे आजू बाजू क्या चल रहा है, कॉमन मैन क्या कर रहा है. So basically, all these things, what is going on around us, it always click me. So my subjects, my series are always on that, which is around us, which click me. Yeah.
So, you told printmaking, and so like, what exactly do you do in printmaking except of printing it on fabric?
Right. So printmaking is a completely different kind of different medium apart than painting, where we manually prints. Okay. So in manually prints, usually what happened that this printmaking started in 14th century by Gutenberg, one of the artists called Johannes Gutenberg, who started this printing press, and he started printing Bibles and basically religion stuffs. So from that, because right now we have a digital printers. Otherwise, in 14th century we didn't have this kind of exposure where we have printers. So basically at that time people manually print lot of things. So उस टाइम क्या हुआ कि जोनेस गुटनबर्ग फ्रॉम जर्मनी हु इन्वेंटेड द प्रेस and he started this press and started printing. And at that time Bible was the thing, because religion का भी मैक्सिमम लोगों तक जाना बहुत ज़रूरी है, वो कम्युनिकेशन होना बहुत ज़रूरी था रिलीजन का। तो वो रिलीजन को मैक्सिमम लोगों तक पहुंचाने के लिए दे हैव स्टार्टेड प्रिंटिंग दिस बाइबल। एंड ये बाइबल जो छपा दैट वाज इन मूवेबल टाइप। मूवेबल टाइप इज वन ऑफ द, अगेन मूवेबल टाइप इज अगेन अ डिफरेंट प्रिंटिंग टेक्निक, जिसमें एक एक शब्द एक एक अक्षर डिफरेंट डिफरेंट बॉक्सेस में होता है, और पूरे बॉक्स में वो कंपोज करते हैं ऐसे वर्ड्स को, और फिर वो पूरे बॉक्स के ऊपर इंक लगा के उसका प्रिंटिंग पेपर पे होता है, लाइक दैट। सो अर्लियर सिंगल सिंगल वर्ड का वो कंपोज करते हैं एंड दे प्रिंट इट। सो लाइक दैट बाइबल स्टार्टेड प्रिंटिंग। सो सबसे पहले बहुत सारी बाइबल्स ऐसे छपी, फिर ग्रेजुअली धीरे धीरे वो रिलीजन के बाद आर्टिस्ट ने देखा कि इसको हम एज अ मीडियम भी वी कैन यूज इट। सो देन आर्टिस्ट हैव यूज दिस एज अ मीडियम, लाइक इन इंडिया राजा रवि वर्मा वाज द person who started this printing press in India. So whatever we find Devi Devtas in our in our house, which is done by Raja Ravi.
What is popular art?
Popular art is basically, it was a 19th century where Andy Warhol has Andy Warhol is one of the artists who started this whole pop kind of element. Like he started painting this tomato juice ka cane. So he started this everyday objects into an art basically. सो ही स्टार्टेड विद दिस टोमेटो जूस का जो इमेज था उसको उसने प्रिंटिंग करना चालू किया, सेरिग्राफी प्रिंटिंग ही हैज डन। सो बेसिकली पॉपुलर मतलब विच द थिंग्स विच इज पॉपुलर, लाइक हु आर यूजिंग मैनी पीपल। सो लाइक दैट पॉपुलर थिंग्स केम इनटू आर्ट। सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज कॉल्ड पॉपुलर आर्ट, लाइक मैक्सिमम लोगों तक पहुंचती है जो चीज़ें। जैसे यू सी यूजुअली पहले वो मैच बॉक्स आती थी, तो मैच बॉक्स के ऊपर भी बहुत सारे ऐसे इमेजेस होते थे। फिर कार्ड्स हम जो खेलते हैं उसके ऊपर बहुत सारे अलग अलग इमेजेस होते थे। सो ये सब चीज़ें इवन मैगजीन में देर आर दिस काइंड ऑफ एडवर्टाइजमेंट वेयर विच इज़ वेरी ओल्ड वन, हेयर के एडवर्टाइजमेंट होते थे। ऑल दिस वर वेरी पॉपुलर काइंड ऑफ एडवर्टाइजमेंट। वो एडवर्टाइजमेंट थ्रू आर्ट लोगों तक पहुंची, सो वो एक पॉपुलर आर्ट कहलाई बेसिकली।
I think we learned about this in school.
Yeah.
So we used to take the daily objects we
Yeah.
used to, for example, pencil,
Right.
eraser, and then we used to divide a paper into 6 parts and then draw it in different ways,
Right.
different
Exactly.
color.
Exactly. Yeah.
Who are your biggest artist influencers?
Biggest artist influences, actually I can say that I am from artist background. So my father and grandfather was also an artist. So from my childhood I am continuously in touch with paintings and printing, and lots of colors and everything it is around us. So my biggest influence comes from home basically. My grandfather used to teach in Banaras Hindu University, and he has also painted a lot of paintings, tremendous paintings. He was a student of Ahiva Siji, who is one of the major artists of India. So he has done bachelor's and master's from JJ School of Art, Mumbai. And then my father was also an artist who has done his bachelor's and master's from Baroda MSU. He has also done painting. So like from home only, I am continuously seeing painting around me. So it somehow at some point of time I always seen myself as a artist son. So it was not like that they have forced me to come to this field, but it always struck me because whenever I see something, it somehow I try to paint it. Somehow it is I'm imitating it. So it from beginning I'm trying to mold myself in such a way that they are my basically biggest influence. I can say that. Yeah, but again, influence in this way is fine, but when I'm seeing my art, it is completely different from my father or from my grandfather. Because as an artist, when we influence very much from other artists, it is very dangerous sometimes, because you are following certain, of certain genre, and that is again a difficult thing, because dangerous thing for an artist, because you lost your identity ultimately. So that's why I feel that yeah, I have this kind of an influence, because I'm totally into like grown up into this artistic family from like my grandfather, like 60 70 years of tradition is there in my house. So I can say that they are the most significant in my life.
Okay, so um, where or from whom do you get your inspirations to draw a few artworks? So,
Yeah. So basically, as I said, that I always take influences around me, like whatever is going on around me. So, like my rickshaw series was again like that, because in rickshaw I have seen that in all the rickshaws we see all the common men. That common man is sitting in auto rickshaws, and like any class of people are usually using rickshaw. सो देर इज नो कोई ऐसे ऊंच नीच नहीं है रिक्शों में बैठने के लिए कि मतलब बिलियनियर भी रिक्शों में बैठता है और सिंपल आदमी जो है वो भी रिक्शों में बैठता है. तो एट दैट टाइम व्हाट हैपन कि इतना ज़्यादा, मतलब अभी जितना कार या व्हीकल का यूज़ है तब उतना यूज़ नहीं था. मतलब इट वाज यूजुअली द मेजर कन्वेंस, मतलब जो हमारे व्हीकल जो होते थे वो या तो रिक्शो होता था या तो टू व्हीलर होता था. So I always feel that common man is a part of an auto rickshaw, and auto rickshaw is my metaphor. Like auto rickshaw through I have shown a lot of things, because in auto rickshaw I have seen that there are many this kind of auto rickshaw के अंदर वो तेरा मेरा साथ या मड फ्लैप्स जो होते हैं, या पहले जो रिक्शा होती थी उसके आजू बाजू वो हीरो हीरोइन के पोस्टर्स होते थे. फिर ये सब पॉपुलर आर्ट में आता है बेसिकली. तो मड फ्लैप का, इवन मड फ्लैप के भी पेंटर्स होते थे. देखो अमिताभ बच्चन है या कोई भी और हीरो है, तो उसको वो पेंट करते थे बिहाइंड द ऑटो रिक्शा. फिर ऑटो रिक्शा में पीछे ऐसे सेंटेंसेस लिखे होते हैं कि बुरी नज़र वाले तेरा मुंह काला, या तेरा मेरा साथ. ऑल दीज आर वेरी पॉपुलर एलिमेंट्स विच आई ऑलवेज इंस्पायर फ्रॉम. कि ये सब एलिमेंट मुझे हमेशा हमारे आजू बाजू की चीज़ों से रिलेटेड लगते थे. सो दैट्स वाई मुझे ऐसा लगा कि ऑल दीज आर एलिमेंट्स विच आई कैन ऑलवेज यूज इन माई वर्क. तो बेसिकली लाइफ अराउंड मी ऑलवेज इन्फ्लुएंस और इंस्पायर.
what art trends inspire your current work?
See, art trends. I usually don't work with art trends, because art trends are like that it comes and it goes. So basically, I see myself. I always see what I am liking it, what inspires me, what is around me, what kind of people are inspiring me. All these things are very matters a lot. So that's why I don't ever go with art trend. What is going on, like it is very difficult to go with that art trend, because it always changes. And as an artist, when we work, see, it is also about journey, how you are going through, like what are your experience, the way you are developing, the way you are growing, the way you see things, what is atmosphere around you. All these things matters. So that's why I feel that there is no trend kind of a thing, but whatever inspires me, I always go with that. Because in corona time I have always seen that the reflection series which I am doing right now, it was inspired from Mahabharata and Ramayana. Because in corona time it was a, like for all of us, we had a lot of time, and I have always heard a lot of stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata from beginning. And I have always seen that whenever you are in such condition where you don't get answers, people refer Ramayana or Mahabharata. So I was also finding myself that what should be there, what kind of stories you get from Ramayana and Mahabharata. So there are so many stories going on together in Ramayana and Mahabharata. So ultimately, what happens that when we are seeing stories, स्टोरीज में से स्टोरीज में से स्टोरीज में से स्टोरीज, ऐसी महाभारत रामायण में इतनी सारी स्टोरीज बनती है एक दूसरे में से कि अल्टीमेटली कई बार हमें ऐसा लगता है कि एक्चुअल स्टोरी जहाँ से वो स्टोरी शुरू होती है वो भी हमें याद नहीं होती, इतनी सारी स्टोरीज ग्रेजुअली रामायण महाभारत में है. सो दैट inspired me in my later series, which is reflection, because in reflection also it is happening in the same way. Like when we are seeing reflection, there are so many stories going on together, and again we are confusing that which story is right, me, the story which is going on together, or the story which is still existing but we are not able to see that. So all these things very matters a lot for me, that कैसे स्टोरियाँ बनती जाती है. एंड अगेन आई हैव सीन इन दैट कि जब मैंने ये रिफ्लेक्शन सीरीज आर्ट गैलरी में लगाई, तो जब वो पेंटिंग दीवारों पर टंगी थी, तो उसका जो, because of glass, you can also see your reflection, like viewer also can see their reflection into their frame. So again there is another story going on which I have observed during the exhibition. So that time I really felt good that whatever I am doing, I am kind of into that process of things which is actually I want, so it is going on.
What is the purpose or goal of your work?
uh, Purpose is to give something to society in such a way that whenever my paintings are on the wall of someone, it should give some kind of visual pleasure where people should feel that uh, when it is on a wall, viewers should relate to it. So there is no big purpose behind it, but like somehow we as an artist always think that हमारा काम जहाँ पे भी लगा हो, they should have that kind of relation to the painting, or maybe they can relate somehow with the painting, so that whenever they pass by the painting, they should feel pleasure, that oh wow, that anand, that that pleasure of seeing should be there. So I always do that. Wherever I sell my painting, it relate with that.
So you want your paintings to relate with the people. So.
People, yeah.
When is your favorite time of the day to create art and why?
Usually I work in the night, whenever I take my time, because I am also teaching into a university, Sarojini University. So majorly from morning to afternoon, evening, I am there till 4. So after that, I get some time in the night where I do my work, where I you know think for myself. So usually my time of working is in the night, where I explore my work.
Describe how important art is to society.
See, ऐसे देखने जाए तो देर आर टू थिंग्स दैट अगर कोई देखना चाहे तो आर्ट कुछ ज़रूरत नहीं है, बट दूसरी तरीके से इसलिए ज़रूरत है बिकॉज व्हेन वी सी पीपल आर इन डिप्रेशन, व्हेन they don't know how to tackle their self, like their emotions, so there the art comes. Because if you know some kind of art like music or painting or expression, basically sometimes it is very important to express yourself, because वो express नहीं कर पाते, उस वजह से उनको डिप्रेशन होता है या कोई डिसीज होता है या वट एवर दे गो थ्रू. So I feel that this art help them to come out from this whole things. So it is an expression. So it is very important कि वो expression तुम कैसे express करो.
So how do you express yourself?
That's true.
Do you have any network of other artists and how do they support you?
Yeah, so I have many artists who are from Delhi and Bombay and Baroda. So there are a lot of artists who support me, and like they are my friends. So they continuously in touch with me, and we always share our process of making art. So that always connect us, because जब हम दूसरे की आर्ट जब देखते हैं या दूसरे की पेंटिंग देखते हैं या स्कल्पचर देखते हैं, तो इट ऑलवेज कनेक्ट योर प्रोसेस विद देम. So it gives you that kind of it is a learning part again when you are seeing your colleague painting or your like artist, whoever you are meeting. So it is again a learning part, that how he is painting, or how he is thinking about his painting, and what is the process. So I always see those process of an artist, that how they are. The ultimate product can be anything, like it doesn't mean that every time I paint it should be a very nice painting, but sometimes it happens, like, sometimes it comes really well, but every time it doesn't. So that process is very important, that how you are painting. So I always see things like that, okay? वो process क्या है, वो process is very
So
important
you
for an
take
artist.
ideas
Yeah.
from others. And
Yeah. I take ideas. I always learn from them, that because sometimes what happens, that you the third perspective is very important, because sometimes we can't see like that. So when you are meeting people, and when they are sharing those ideas, you always find something which you really like. So I take those inspiration from that, and I take further into my
yeah,
work.
so you
And
draw that.
yeah.
Okay. So what are your hobbies? Like, what do you like to do apart from drawing and painting?
Yeah, so I do music a lot. So I from like from 9th, 10th, I was playing tabla. Gradually, when I go to college, I used to play drums. So I always find fond of music. So uh, mm, right now also I have a small setup at my place where there is a drum and tabla and dholak. So I enjoy my music.
Music center.
So I can definitely say that if I would not become, I would not have become artist. I would have definitely become a musician, basically, because I used to play tabla really well. So I usually go to lots of concerts for the music. And earlier, right now it is little bit slow, but yeah, I was totally into music a lot. So earlier, even my father was really, into that you should go for music. But at that time, I didn't have that much of exposure for going for the music. And my whole family was into this art. So that's why my I went.
So basically, you
Yeah.
really like everything about like art. So
Yeah,
music,
music, yeah.
drawing, and
Yeah.
like,
And in music also, like I have heard lot of music, like from Western to Indian. I have heard from metal rock to Indian classical music. All the genre I have explored. So in that also I'm trying that make myself busy, and I am really enjoying the process actually of music.
okay, so I had an amazing time talking to you. Thank you for taking out time out of your busy schedule, and bye bye. Take care.
Thank you so much for inviting me for the interview, and I really enjoyed your this company. So thank you, Arvind. Thank you.
So that's all for today. I hope you like this video. Please like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my channel. Let's talk with Aarohi. I'll see you in my next video with a new and amazing topic. Bye!